Well, tonight there's new evidence this country is falling far short, dangerously short, in just the number of Americans graduating from high school.
Most Americans don't know what stupid schools are doing to American kids.
More than half the nation's black male students will not graduate from high school.
Public education should be a compact that we have with families, a commitment to create access to the American dream.
All of a sudden, it's almost like if they hit this wall when they get to school, and now it's like sit down, stare at a teacher, and listen to her talk. And that just doesn't mesh with everything else that's happening in their life before they walk into that classroom and after.
And there needs to be a sense of urgency about it. We don't have the luxury of screwing around with this for another generation of time.
Almost 1 million students drop out of high school every year. More than a quarter of America's teenagers are giving up. But why?
I didn't go to school for school. I went to school to talk to my friends, talk while the teacher's trying to explain to me something.
That was the case with 17-year-old Breon Johnson in the spring of 2009. Having struggled through every single year of school with D's and F's, Breon was on the verge of giving up.
And I probably would not have gone back to school. I tried to get help a lot, but what was hard for me is when I would raise my hand, I would feel like subconsciously I would feel like I'm the only person raising my hand, like everybody else knows what they're talking about but me. And so I felt like that one person out there.
There was a lot of racism that he dealt with. That was really hard. He was made to sit on the bench at recess, which of course affected his classroom work. One particular teacher in the 2nd grade that told him, "You can't read, you'll never be able to read."
To add to his challenge, Breon has attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. Even on medication, he struggled to sit still and stay focused. But instead of help and support, Breon just got more discouraged. When things were at their worst, Melissa got a phone call from Breon's school counselor.
I said, there's got to be something, because he was going to drop out of school. And she said, "Why don't you try this online school?"
They decided to give it a try. Online schools offer around-the-clock support from teachers and tutors. Breon can call them with his questions, email, or instant message, and they work with him individually to help him understand and excel.
The classroom is not filled with like 42 different students. It's filled with more like 6 students. And you get a lot of one-on-one, and you get a lot of help from both your teachers and your students.
Melissa was amazed. Breon's grades had been so low his entire life, they usually didn't even register in various school systems.
Oh, he's a straight A student. That he had never passed anything in his life.
Now I wake up, instead of waking up saying, "Oh, I gotta go to school today," I wake up and don't say anything, and I just walk into the room and say, "Sweet, I get to log onto a computer all day today and get on school, do my schoolwork."
Along with their support, Breon can also work at his own pace. This means he can move ahead on material he understands and take his time with the more tricky subjects.
They see themselves moving forward, and it's them moving forward, and it's that same excitement that you see in an old classroom when a kid raises his hand and gets a question right. Okay, that's happening constantly to a kid individually with their own lesson plan.
Even without any medication, Breon is no longer held back by his ADHD. Doing school at home has made a big difference in his ability to focus. And now, if he needs to get out some energy, he can take a break and do what he loves most: dance.
My passion now is dancing, because I just love dance. I'm always dancing. I'm dancing while I do my schoolwork. I dance I dance everywhere.
Long ago, Breon Johnson faced a very different reality. He was the student who would never read, the one who couldn't focus, had the report card full of D's and F's. Today, he has big plans. Online public school isn't right for every student, but for some, it makes a world of difference.
It just worked.
Now, I'm being told that you should be a teacher, you should go to engineering school, or you should be an engineer, or stuff like that. It's great to get those kind of things to say.
I just can't express enough the confidence, that he has now.